Endure the silence, falling in a form of fate and violence.
Today is the last day for the planet Earth. The end of all our lives, everything we can possibly do ends tomorrow. Satisfaction or repentance? Mediocrity or greatness? These are the thoughts that I want you to analyze now. Create this scenario in your mind. At the stroke of midnight, our whole world will come to an end. Nothing pyrotechnic, only darkness and a void. Scary, isn't it? But the question is not about the emptiness of the end, rather the emptiness that resides within each of us. But let's take a step back. How did we get here? I'm not talking about the end of the world. This is not a Netflix series. If you are here to be entertained, I invite you to close the video. It's not for you. If the world ended tomorrow, what would you be proud of? What have you created for yourself and the people around you that is really valuable, that allows you to be proud and satisfied with what you have done? I want you to be 100% honest with yourself. Also, because tomorrow you won't get a chance, there won't be a tomorrow. It can be anything. I want to use my little story as an example. I have changed in the last year and a half. I realized that I was expressing only 1% of my potential. I transformed my body and mind, fortified my soul, threw aside my shyness, and now I am looking for something higher, a big vision. But if the world ended tomorrow, would I be full of pride or regret today? For the work I do, the category of people I most often interface with are middle-aged men and women. I listen carefully to what they say, because you never know from whose mouth wisdom will come out. Nevertheless, 90% of the talk that is given, at least in the workplace, is about their complaints or dissatisfactions, regrets or choices made lightly, which they now regret because when I was young, they didn't think about the consequences or regret the glory days of their golden age. Of course, it is not all their fault. In the last 80 years, things have evolved so fast that they did not have time to understand the new world they were addressing. They did not have anyone who could explain the rules of the new world to them. At the same time, it is our responsibility to be able to update and survive. Whenever I heard this kind of talk as the 19-year-old that I was, I would get carried away. I had to be part of the group, didn't I? So I developed a type of reasoning similar to theirs, to be able to associate and be part of the group. So far so normal, you will say. Inside my head there was always a little voice. I almost always ignored it, saying, "Why are you always average? Others are better than you. You are average. You have no talent at all." In short, you understand what I'm referring to. At 20 years old, I had already contracted the complexes of people 20, 25, 30 years older than me. I thought like them, talked like them, and did what they did. In high school, the talk was the same. Fat and insecure boy who wants to be part of the social circle and does anything to be part of it. The only goal of these people, with whom you and I spend time, is to try to make life less burdensome for themselves and the people they care about. Very high goal, and in line with the nature of man. Learn, survive, grow, reproduce, and pass on. Society, social media, and the average lifestyle say anything but. Every single thing it says, consume, obey, don't ask questions. In a system that makes you a slave and in need of it for your livelihood, work for me and you will get XYZ. How many promises? All this prevents minds from progressing, from inventing something new or different. Each in his own small way, each in his own tribe. Today, all looking for comfort, all looking for instant gratification. Our brains are screwing us over and we are letting them do it. We are a confusing jumble of hormones, organs, tissues, bones, and advanced biomechanics, the most absurd creation on the face of the earth. And we are being dominated by a little light box that makes us see half-naked girls dancing. Our creators have to respect us a lot. What is your purpose? What are you aiming for? How will you make your life and the lives of your children adequate for their survival? So to now I ask you, What are you proud of? You don't have to answer, but feel free to share your experiences and thoughts in the comments. Maybe if the topic piques your interest, it could be explored further. Do not act as if you should live 1,000 years. Death hangs over your head. During your life, for what is in your power, be a decent man. Perform every action as if it were the last in your life. Marcus Aurelius. Good night, Pensatori.